Do you know how to make a spicy chili con carne? Well, I didn't when I moved to Stavanger about 6 months ago, and I've been trying to make this recipe so many times without really achieving that level of spiciness that I wanted. So just stay with me and I'll show you how to make it spicy. These are all the ingredients that we need, starting with the chili beans. I do recommend getting a high quality brand, for example from this S&W, which I think you can get in other countries as well. And then diced tomatoes. The original recipe actually reads finely diced tomatoes, 1 can, but today we'll try something a bit different. We'll have half a can of finely diced tomatoes and then half a can of coarsely diced tomatoes. Salt and pepper at the back, then chili powder, cumin, butter for frying, and sour cream just to serve on the side, 1 onion, 3 cloves of garlic, capsicum red and green, and yeah, again, the original recipe actually just reads 1 piece of chili, but we will have 4 because we want it to be quite spicy. And the mince. 1 comment on the 4 pieces of chili. You don't need 4 chilies to make a spicy chili con carne. The trick is related to something else. You can manage with 1, but I want it to be very spicy, so I'll have 4. We will just use this boiling bag rice because it's much faster to make, but also because I think this actually gives the same result as the old-fashioned way of preparing rice. I like to start with the smallest and driest ingredients first, because your cutting board is going to get wet and soaked. So if you just want to wash it 1 time, I do recommend starting with the smallest and the driest ingredients first. 1 trick when you're cutting garlic: cut just almost all the way to the top, then leave that little bit there, because that way these little slices of garlic won't fall apart, and it will be much easier to cut in the other direction, like such. No tricks cutting the chili, just take off the top, and then we'll cut it longitudinally, like such, 4 times, and then in the other direction. I'm getting a little bit tired because I didn't eat since late lunch, and now it's 9 p.m. I think. Another trick that I learned from primary school is if you want the food to be, or if you want the food to appear more attractive, chop the food finely. Okay, and then this is what I mean, it's quite fine. It's not critical, but I think it's a nice rule to go by. And again, when you're cutting, do not cut all the way to the top, just stop before the end, and that will that way the slices will stay together, and you can it's going to be much easier to cut in the other direction. You see, it's staying together. I'm not sure if I did that in the other half of onion, but at least I'm doing it now. When it comes to the canned ingredients, I recommend opening the cans before we start frying, because when the pan is hot, we don't want to be doing this. The first thing we need to do is to consider time as officially ended. We're going to work on the other side of time and bring them... No, that's just a bad joke. The first thing we need to do is to fry up the mince together with the salt and pepper, which I already added to it, and the onion, garlic, and some of the chili. I added one of the chilies in there. Then we'll add the canned items, which I conveniently placed here on the left hand side. And thirdly, we'll add the capsicum together with the rest of the spices. And here comes the trick. If you want the chili con carne to be spicy, you have to add most of the chili towards the end. So I added some of the chili in the beginning here, but most of it will come actually after I've turned off the cooking top. So this chili that we add in the beginning is not going to do much to the level of spiciness. However, this is. So I'll go ahead and fry it all up together, and I guess that chili con carne is originally from Texas. So we will play some Guerrilla MAAB with that.
Guerrilla MAAB, big shouts out to y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? Zero, keep your head up high. You know what I'm saying? Thank us for the trunk. You know, south side of the tree. Claiming as you see. You know what I'm saying? What's up, my niggas? We in this motherfucker for the 1999. You know what I'm saying? This one you gotta resolve. Back doing Wolf's Eye. You know what I'm saying?
That's the final result. Enjoy.